Good morning. Good morning. Do we have audio on my side, guys? Yeah,
Sorry, I
perfect.
had to run. I'm back.
What's up? What is up, Alex? How is it going, my friend?
I'm scalping the crap out of this. I don't know if you see my P&L over there on the right, but I'm just
Let me. Oh,
in and
look
out,
at that.
in and out, quick, quick,
Nice.
quick, quick ones, man. Like quick ones, bro. This is it's crazy out here, isn't it? Did you get dumped
It
on this
is.
morning? Did you go long?
Now, I was waiting here. I'm trying. I'm looking for a possible entry at this point, but it's not going to be a meaningful one. Let me share that with you, and also I want to, since you're here, I also want your opinion. Let me just also just change this to 43. All right, and share my screen really quick. Where is it? Here it is. Sorry, it's just a mess in here. Excuse me for the like for how slow this is. All right, so I have it right here. This is my. Sorry, I'm looking at 30 minutes. The 30 minutes we have a channel. Let me just close this up. And what we got on the channel, let me just show you really quick. So clone it, move it here, something like that. I know it's not that precise, but still kind of like a channel motion there. If I use the channel regression or the sorry, the regression trend, you'll see that channel much more or way better. The thing in here is that we're getting to a big disparity, right, or big deficit. That deficit usually is for retail, right? And that retail deficit usually tells that we're going to be ranging. So if we're going to be ranging, I think there's the chance that somebody buys in there. So it's not a smart money area. The smart money area is right down here, just below of it. So we also have another lines in here. Let me point you out of that ones. So those are from the 4 hours. Let me just double click here. All right, and this is come on, where they go? Well, whatever. Let's go back to 30 minutes. I know it's a little bit of a mess, and it is a resistance from. That's why it changed. Sorry, it is a resistance out of the local area. Let me just show you my configuration. Oh, come on, Market Dynamics Pro. Well, it's a resistance. There we go. Here it is. A number three resistance at the top, and then a predictive range right here at the bottom. So what I'm expecting to see at this point, it is that ranging action. Maybe I want to try to just move a little bit ahead of the market. Let me clear this up. There we go, and do something like that. All right, so that will also incorporate the ranging that I'm expecting at this point. The smart money area of rejection is going to come in. Also, the resistance is going to play it out. So I'm thinking to start maybe scalping this area right here with a possible or possibility to bounce back below. But most importantly, let me bring out my my oscillator. It's going to be the flip of the ribbon and a possible higher low in here. And what would that higher low be? That higher low will be after this movement going into the smart money area and then push through with this break through the ribbon to the upside. This is what I'm expecting. And if you look at here, despite, and this is something that I really like, guys. I mean, just so you know, Alex and I recently, well, almost a year, my friend. In fact, almost a year, right? We've been trading
No
together.
way.
Yeah, almost a year.
Oh, I'm still here. My God.
You still have much to learn, little grasshopper. I'm
Oh,
just kidding.
thank you, Jedi Master. Fucking hell.
Oh man, especially how to stop bullets with your head on Halo. Let me teach you that. That's
Um, you're so good at that, bro. I
That's my specialty, right?
Yeah, I've
But
never
I
seen
was
anyone
saying,
better than you.
thanks for the compliment, friend. Thanks that I can call you my friend. If not, I don't know what would I do without you, my friend. Who stopped bullets with your head? I did. All right. So something that is important and I want to point out, it is that this is going to be my perspective of what I trade, right? But something that I like it is that are different things that did not went to my radar as much or at these kind of things before I start trading with Alex in these classes. And one of those things it is his explanation. I just gave you mine, right? So then I'm gonna try to give you his based on my perspective as an alumni. Let's just call it like that, right? And then I want you guys to come up with your own, right, explanation and pair things together, right? This is an example how I am evolving my trading based on a different trader master that is right here, and I am taking advantage of that, right? As I learned a couple of things with Piper, I'm learning a couple of things with Alex, I'm learning a couple of things with T-Stack, I'm learning a couple of things with Trade Intuition, I'm learning a couple of things with everybody that I trade with. That is the point of keep growing, right? So the point is like looking at maybe this trend line, going for a sweep of the lows, be it at previous meaningful lows in here before we lose that cliff, and then that's gonna be my sweep of the lows entry, and then breakout retest, and off we go. You see that? I mean, I started with what I do, and then I kind of like in my head is like I'm turning the switch to OC mode to Alex O Crypto's mode, right? And then I try to look at it throughout how he look at stuff, right? And then I turn it back to or into, let's just say, well, what would somebody else would look this like, right? And I keep doing that. Like for example, what Trade Intuition will be doing or looking at this? Well, support and resistance, clear support and resistance, right? Maybe what trade flag will be looking at here, liquidations, right? Heat map, so on and so forth. So by keeping it simple, right? Remember always the simples, the sense of that trader, right? I will look at them and then adding to my own strategy to make it mine. And that's when things start getting like that will be your eureka moment, right? When you say, "Oh, now," right? That little smile when it make clicks on your brain, right? And then you say, "Oh, holy shit, I just learned something new." And now the fog, right? It's coming down and I can see through a little bit farther, right? So as you can see, my look for or what I'm looking for, it is retail areas versus smart money areas, right? Going for that smart money area as I have flip of the ribbon, maybe a low on volume or momentum, and then breaking through, right? Having that breakout, retest, sorry, bounce, retest, breakout, sweep of the lows, and then back up. Once again, I have confirmed my theory. Well, I'm looking throughout other experienced eyes to try to confirm my theory. Well, what is next? Next is just a market reaction, right? Market will always guide, will always say whether I was right or wrong, right? Also, I shout out to TBB003. Great questions yesterday, my friend. Thank you so much for asking. Please, yesterday you said I don't want to take much of your time. Please do. I'm very happy when you start asking a couple of questions, especially when we're talking about technical. That's something that I like. So shout out to you, my friend. So other than that, Alex, what do you see? Do you agree with that with 30 minutes? Are you looking something differently, maybe on the 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 4 hours? What are your thoughts
What's your
in
low?
this?
What's your level there down below?
This one, the smart money area. The smart money
Yeah.
area goes as far or as low as 85, 300 and starts at
Holy
86,
smokes, you're
70.
bearish.
What? You think, I mean, it's not that much. Or is it? Oh, sort of. But still, I mean, remember that when I see the flip of the ribbon, that's gonna be my first entry, right? At any support area.
Yeah.
So, in fact,
No, you're right.
I'm, I'm about. I mean, my trigger finger is just, man, it's starting to move. I mean, I'm
It's
feeling the FOMO.
it's itchy. It's itchy.
Yeah, it's
It's
itchy.
itchy. You need more ammo.
Oh yes, some grenades there. So what are you looking at for
Oh
a couple of
man.
targets, Alex? And also, I see you share your scalping scenario there. I want to also talk about those.
Of course, of course. So this morning in my live stream, that my best thing that I did all morning is tell people don't to go long. Okay, bro. They were so bullish. I could feel how I could feel the vibe through the chat of how bullish everybody was. I could really feel like everybody was just hungry for this. You got triple top here. You got a sweep up. So what? Not to say I shorted this, okay? This is not me saying, "Hey, I shorted this. I crushed this. I made tons of money." No, I did not. What I did do is I didn't participate in retail trading, okay? So what happened this morning, you got a nice rounding of the bottom, triple top up here, right? No mitigation of the lows, so it's continuation, but you have a very much left untouched high up here. And I was looking in this area, like generally liquidity resides above here. So we you should have seen the FOMO. Everybody's like, I'm long, I'm long. I asked people during the live, I'm like, are you long? Look how quickly it went up here, okay? Everybody's just like, yeah, baby, let's go. We're going to $100,000, right? And what happened? I'm like, I'm not long here. There was an opportunity to get long right in here. We did have a sweep back into this area right here. This was the opportunity, but for me, I wasn't convinced because market is just about to open right in here, and it's about to trap traders, right? So you got to be very cautious between 9:15 and 9:40. I would say that is the danger zone. So between here, look at this. This happens all the time. From here to here, from this time zone, from here vertical to here. This is the most dangerous time to trade in my opinion. This is the most dangerous time if you're trading. A lot of the time, if you're not getting in on a nice move before market opens, okay, and you're like stop loss to entry, or you're managing your risk, you've hit take profit one, yada, yada, yada. If you haven't done that yet, then this is a very, very dangerous time to trade for anyone. For myself, I'm aware of it. I don't trade it typically, right? I'll wait till 9:45 where you can see, okay, this is what they're doing today. This is what they're doing because you got the S&P opening up, you got a gap up, you got this rollover, like you got a shit ton going on all at that instant, right? And look what happened, right? Look what happened. Man, I wish I took this long. I was about too long. But, we got to teach. We got to teach. So, going back over to what happened here, as we can see here, is very clear. So, number one, we did not long into this and we didn't short. But what we didn't do is we didn't lose all of our money. Okay. So, as we rolled over here, I was able to scalp this range within here, which is always challenging. So for me, it's not so much about the oscillators, it's about the price action, right? So I've taken, I think I took a long because I found support in here, SFP down below. I took a long here, I took a long here, I got stopped out here, I took a long from here to here. So I've just been scalping this thing as it's giving me the opportunity. Right now, you can see we got a little bit of a break of structure right here. I was liking this sweep of the lows, but for me, I was looking lower. Okay, we have a good volume level. If I'm going to go into it here, a good volume level just below us here. If we're looking at this as a range and we're kind of marking that out, we can look here. And OC is right. We can see that, hey, I'm looking, we have a nice shelf of volume here. So I like shelves of volume where, you get clear and concise areas of confluence. Okay, and you can see that's within here. So one shelf being initially was here, right? So we can say there's a shelf at 80, let's call it 88,000. Okay, that's a nice shelf in there. There's a nice shelf in here right around 87,200. And that's where I was looking for this thing to fall. Clearly, it faked me out, little bastard. I'll get you next time. But clearly, it faked me out. Um, but you know what? I did take a long within here as well. So like I was able to long, I believe it was from here to here, right? I missed this one just now. And we wait now. So looking at price action now, it's very much like either it's coming for this. There's a very loud order block right here, so I would expect it to come into here and then figure something out. So we're not longing this because we're not looking for this low move into here. We want to be like we talked about yesterday. We want to be looking for red candles to the downside where we can look to get in, right? So I have my confluence. I'm looking right here, right around 87.3, 87.200 for potential bounce if we are continuing. What do you see forming right now? We see the shoe pattern, right? We see the sweep of the lows and then the rounding part right here, right? So what are we looking? We're looking for those pretty painted toes, right? That's what we're looking for right here. So just a little patience, right? Everything getting a little bit overexcited. Like if we're taking a macro look at this thing, like just on where we're at, like come on, guys, like look at this. We've been up only gift wrap, right? Clear like liquidity all the way up here, right? So like anything, anything down to at least OC's looking 85, right? Very possible, right? I would say even 81, 82. I don't want to be bearish, but guys, look at the orders in here, guys.
Yes.
This would be juicy, right? If we go up in here, I guarantee you pull a fib from the start of this move when we broke out to the high. Look at what's coming in here. Big retracement zones, right? We've already bounced off a 382, so we could come back in and bounce. 85 works out quite nicely for OC for a 382 continuation. So this, right? So this would be continuation. But right now, don't get your hopes up, right? Be patient. I think one thing that I've seen is, you're getting bearish divergence right here. You have a retest back in and a rollover. Okay, so typically with a bearish divergence, you can see it throughout here, right? With the bearish divergence, you can typically expect it to at least come for these lows in here, which is 85,000, right? So keeping level headed, just trying to be, with this right now, like I was saying yesterday, it's very much like get into a position where you have confluence, take profits a little bit early, give yourselves a little bit of wiggle room, and manage your risk, okay? Because you're going to get the percentages, okay? This thing has crashed 5% today, okay? So right now, it's about being level headed. Yes, we are in a downtrend now. So cautiously optimistic for a bounce, but also don't get like, oh my God, we got to buy the dip, buy the dip, buy the dip, while this thing is just continuing to wreck you, okay? It's going to stall out and it's going to roll over. It's going to stall out and it's going to roll over until it doesn't. And how do you know when it doesn't? Well, you go and look at history, right? Here's your first history lesson right here. You just go back in time. Stall out, rollovers. Come back, grab the liquidity, roll over. Stall out, higher low, continuation, consolidation, breakout continuation into a mitigation of the high, rolling over, grabbing liquidity all within here, and now flattening out. So what are we looking for? I would be looking for something like this, right? So you could just take your little bar pattern thingy here and you can just copy this and be like, yeah, this is what I'm looking for within this area down in here. We have rolled over. I'm looking for something like this, right? Very simple, right? But I'm looking to grab the confirmation. I'm not looking to grab Mr. Hand sway low, swing low, perfect. Look at my entry, show the Discord, everybody at 100x leverage. That doesn't mean you're a profitable trader. That just means that you got stopped out 5 times while losing money and then you got a good entry and now you think you're cool. It's not about being cool here. It's about keeping your money, okay? And it's about making the money. So, I mean, there's tons of people in my Discord, I'm sure in everybody's Discord, who's, cranking up the leverage, trying to be cool. I mean, you know what's cool? Is making money and keeping your money. That's what's cool. It doesn't really matter whether you got in here or whether you got in here. What does your bags look like? How are you trading, right? You're here to make money and you're here to manage risk, right? Getting stopped out 5 times trying to get long here, only to say, "Hey, man, I got long here and I'm in this trade, but you've lost 500 and you've barely made 300 because you've taken profits right when you got right when you when you started your trade, right? So being honest with yourself is going to be the best thing you can do, right? Are you over trading? Are you, risking too much, right? Are you afraid of getting stopped out? Like I had a person lose $1,000 in my Discord yesterday because they kept moving their stop loss, right? And it upsets me, but I get it because I did it when I was new too, right? I think I'm right. I think I'm right. And if it only goes back, and I'm there wishing, I'm like, come on, candle gods, please move the fucking price up, right? And I'm cursing myself. And then I'm like, oh man, I should have closed it there. Oh man, I should have closed it there. Oh, it's only $100. Maybe it'll go a bit more, right? No, market structure has to be your invalidation. Okay, market structure, right? If I'm getting long here, right? Why am I getting long here? First of all, I'm getting long here, right? I'm protecting myself below here, right? But I shouldn't even be longing here, right? Unless you have a very clear scalping strategy, right? I should be looking for this to break structure, which it has. So we've come down here, right? This would have been a valid long. I took this long, right? Because we had broken structure here. So I'm looking for a retest continuation out, right? I know to take profit at the fair value gap here. I'm experienced, right? Right? It came back, made money, got long again, made money because we didn't break this low, right? As soon as we broke this low, I'm like, okay, reset again, right? No low, no long, get long here, right? Clear invalidation, break a structure. Now you should be looking to take this long up to here, right? But market structure needs to be your invalidation point, right? If you're constantly, thank you so much. My wife just brought me a tea. She's a sweetheart. A coffee. Oh, wow. Amica mia. I love you. I forgot to make my coffee for the stream. But you need to use market structure. Isn't it always taste better when you don't have to make it yourself?
It does.
But that's it, right? Invalidation points. Key trading ideas, key levels, setting up. Like I'm scalping, but I'm also like following like my support and resistance levels as well, right? I have a plan, I have key areas, I have an idea of where I'm looking to trade, right? Uh and that's it, right? You got to have a plan and you got to execute that. If I'm scalping, I'm scalping. If I'm swing trading, I'm swing trading. You should have plans for both of them, right? And that's how I would suggest to do it. Right now, I'm looking to fill this order block. This is not a valid trade because it's 0.5%, right? I'd rather wait. I'd rather wait for this to come back into here, grab some liquidity and go. We'll see what it gives us. That's it. But I'm not buying green candles on the way up.
Yeah, guys, let me ask you a question here. Oh no, but don't take it out. Don't take it out. Bring your chart back up, please.
Oh man.
Do I have to work today? No, just kidding. But here's a question for you guys. I mean, Alex just gave you guys a masterclass, right? That is so truth, and I think he's also follows the same philosophy, right? He's gonna tell you regardless, right? Here's a couple of things, and I want you guys to please answer me in the chat. How many indicators is Alex using while making that explanation? How many indicators does he has turned on? Yeah. Anybody? Anybody? Zero. Exactly. Zero. So, I mean, this is something important. And not because Chart Prime manufacturing equipment, we sell indicators, we're going to be lying to you, right? And that's another thing that I want to touch base. Learning structure, learning 101 trading, right? Guys, this is going to take you far. And then when you learn the very basics, the very, very basics, you add your indicators. And you don't need to add 10 indicators. You don't need to add 20 indicators. You just need to add enough indicators that give you that, let's just see, that dissipate the fog, right? Or give you confirmation, right? Or give you maybe a warning before you're looking what you trade, right? So for example, a loss, like for me, that will be the oscillator, breaking the zero line. Oh, warning, that is giving me a sense of, like we're losing momentum. So what am I going to be looking at? Maybe a breakout, right? Or maybe a lower low if we're losing momentum, if we're breaking the zero line to the downside, right? Am I into a long? Well, then should I consider taking profits? Should I be setting my trading stop? So you see how then you exactly how then you start looking at your entries and then how you make that much profit out of an indicator, but you already have the basis, right? You already have the foundations, and you're not just adding stuff on top of quicksand, right? So first of all, you need to build up that feel or not feel, but that base knowledge, right? And this is something that happened to me. Once I learned that base knowledge, I felt worse. Like when I learned about support and resistances, and I went to the market, I was like, dude, really? When I was learning it, I thought, dude, this is gonna be crazy easy. And then I went to the markets, right? And then I was like, what am I doing? And that is the point where you need to step back and tell yourself, from what I learned, why is it not working? The answer for me was my
Mm-hmm.
feelings, guys. So that is something that you don't factor in sometimes, right? For me, that was the FOMO,
Yeah.
right? I'm a very, let's do this, let's do that, and let's do that, right? So I need a plan. And the uncertainty feeling, right? The food was making me rush in or rush out, despite I already have the
Mm-hmm.
freaking analysis there. So what I needed to do
Yeah.
is go one step. That's my analysis. That's my freaking entry. If I grab it, I grab it. If it goes, it goes, right? If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's it, right? And that's when you start building up that sense of confidence. Just like and I
Mm-hmm.
think that's a perfect example of what Alex mentioned right now, right? Is he gonna be jumping into a trade now? It's half of a percent. Is it worth it? No, of course not, right? So he already has his zone, and repeating what he said, he rather wait for the price to come back down, right? And then take it long. Why? Because he's gonna be at that point, he calls it to be cheap, right? I call it to have less risk because your stop loss will be lower based on where you calculated your entry will be, right? So your stop loss doesn't move. Your entry is the one that move, right? So that is the factor that you should be taking a look at. Market structures first, cheap, R and R or risk reward, baby. Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And
Our
that's when
multiple,
you
right?
start. Yeah, sorry, go on.
No, it's all our multiple, right? Like, where would you rather get in? You want to get in here? You got to put your risk rate below here. It's not giving you a very good chance at making money. Yeah, it could, and that's the thing. Yeah, it could work, right? That's the thing. It can work. I think another good thing is like if you're not confident in holding your trades long enough or being in drawdown, right? Is lower your position size or don't even take the trade. Just put your idea on the chart. This is called back testing, by the way. You should be doing that as well. But put your idea on the chart. Maybe it was to get long in here, target these highs, right? Your duration, maybe you're looking to take this till 12 o'clock today, right? This is your idea. And you leave it on the chart. You come back maybe in the afternoon after work or something. You see, hey, my idea worked. Okay. So all this nonsense of being emotional through this shit, right? Where it's going like this, the idea worked, right? The idea eventually, because price action is choppy, right? It's not always like this. It's not meant to be. It's supposed to. The market maker is creating liquidity and creating orders to fill positions. He has a certain amount of positions he needs to fill. Therefore, all these people who are longing up here are not, they're not gonna, he's gonna hunt them because he has created a whole bunch of longs. The market makers created a whole bunch of longs in order to dump it on your heads. As the price is going up here, the market maker is building shorts. He's building massive shorts only to crush it on your head. Okay, you got to think like that, right? And it's been up only very clearly for quite a while, but you have to understand that where's liquidity, where's price going, and what is the market maker trying to do? We're very well aware of this big loud order block in here. It stalled out price, people getting long. I was one of them, but I took my profits, right? People getting long in here absolutely wrecked them. he was building more shorts, wrecked them down even more, and now he's probably sending it back because there's enough liquidity of people going short now. Everybody's going short. Everybody's shorting to send it back up and wreck them as well. Make sense? So with trading, you gotta think like that. You gotta think where's this trying to move in order to wreck the traders, the people who are in and out of this market, right? And yes, it wants to go higher, right? Supply and demand. Bitcoin wants to go higher. We're very well aware of the FOMO right now in the industry, of the volatility, but we have to at least acknowledge that eventually there's going to be flushes. There's going to be big flushes. So that's why we need to practice good risk management. That's why we need to back test our strategies and not, over trade and be very level headed when we're trading. But OC is very right.
Sorry, I was answering a couple of things. Alex, if you can take a look at the team server, just whenever you are off, there's a little bit of a request there from Alex Fernandez. And I'm letting you know
On
because
the what?
it's gonna be rock and roll. Yeah, on the team server.
What are you doing? Team
Uh,
server. Uh
no? Yes, you are,
oh.
right?
Chart Prime team. Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
okay, I'm there.
perfect. Just give you the
I'll
heads
check
up
it
there.
out. Main chat. What are you guys talking shit?
Yes, we're building up another Halo team, but this time it's gonna be all of us against you. Even no, just kidding. Trading tuition. What's up, my boy? How is it going? Yesterday we have a very great conversation, I think. How's it going? How do you feel about the markets today? What do you see for this upcoming week? I would say, do you see more downside? Do you maybe see a dead cat bounce? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I actually hope to see, not to see you guys. I actually hope to see it coming down. I'm gonna share my chart real quick.
Let's
But
go. Dump it, baby.
yeah, so this is what I have. Of course, we have our trend line coming up or our channel coming up, and then now we're starting a channel coming down. This is what we've been. Well, most people have been wanting for us to just kind of reset because we've been going up only for what 6, 7 days, something like that. All this. So we need a pullback. Every time we get a run up, we need that pullback, just like Alexo was saying, where the liquidity is all down here. Now, it doesn't mean that the market makers will bring it all the way down here to the daily order block. No, but these are areas of interest, and they're always creating liquidity. They'll create them down here, they'll create them up here. So it's wherever they want to do it. But in reference to what we're seeing right now, I started seeing it this morning. I forgot what time it was, 5 this morning or something like that, where I noticed that all these coins started coming down, and Bitcoin wasn't coming down at the time. Bitcoin was actually kind of going sideways. It was right around this area, and sure enough, all the other coins started coming down, and then maybe like 30 minutes later, Bitcoin started coming down. Now this is what we need. I want to see this. I would love to see lower highs. And if we travel in this downward channel, this would be better for the alts to also reset. And while Bitcoin's going down, the coins won't be performing as well as when Bitcoin's going up, but they're not going to be completely dumping 30, 40, 50%. Now, if we drop really hard, in my opinion, of this yellow trend line, come down really hard, start taking up all of these fair value gaps and order blocks, and just like a straight shot down, then that's when we see the massive dumps, and that's what we don't want to see. But right now, I'm seeing this. I'm not in any shorts. I'm looking at them, but it could just be the market makers wanting people to short, because the market makers actually make the patterns. Whether it's head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, whatever it is, because they know we trade that. Well, I don't. I trade support
Yeah, fuck
resistance.
that shit.
Yeah.
I
So,
love it.
so that's what they're doing, and a lot of people, like Alex O said, they're doing shorts right now. And normally, because it broke this trend line, you would do a short, but it's best to kind of wait and see like what's going to happen. Is it going to find support here and start coming up, and then maybe eventually break this, or is it going to, slowly come down? If that's the case, then the only bad part, in my opinion, of all that is like the more you wait for confirmation, the less you can make, because then it can change at any time.
Yes.
So there's kind of like a balance you got to do with that.
Yes.
But I love coming here, guys. I'm gonna start coming here like every morning. I need it. I need a schedule. I'm all over the place, but I need a schedule. I need to come over here, every morning and just hang. And one thing that you want to do for everybody who's here, and y'all have been doing this, of course, but you want this to be a routine. And for me, I love watching people live stream. I love because you can see their thought process as it's happening. And these guys, they're the best, and they're showing you what they're doing and why they're doing it. And that's what I love. I'm always learning, from y'all, from other people, and I just like, you have to have this constantly in your brain so that it just gets easier and easier when you do it. That's all I got.
Thank you, True Intuition. Something that, guys, I want you to burn that image on your head, on your eyes. How True Intuition has his chart, and I want you guys to look at that trend line. He is on the 1 hour, right? I'm on the 30 minutes, and he is breaking through that trend line. Remember, it's not about the breakout; it's about the retest, right? True Intuition, if you allowed me now to put up my chart, I want to show you guys something here. And this is, remember that I was telling you guys that you need first to nail down, how things work, right? Trade Intuition manually placed his 1 hour. We are right now on the 30 minutes, right? His 1 hour trend line. Look at that trend line sorry, my brain. Oh my god, that's why I'm drinking Coca-Cola right now in the morning because I need some sugar. Shit. Oh man, I was doing so much stuff yesterday. But yeah, let's continue. That's why Chart Prime indicators, it's right now giving you an easy way, right? For example, you already know how it looks, you already know what to do, and then you're configuring the indicators to save you a little bit of that time. Look at this beautiful trend line that is perfectly aligned, right? As Trading Intuitions once, right? And I had to do nothing. By the way, you'll configure that once you know what you're looking for. That's why it's important for you to learn first and then use indicators. Something important, and this is because I'm at 30 minutes. It's not about the breakout. I always try to drill this into your brain, guys. It's about what? The retest. And yes, right now we're having that retest, tiny candle, almost flip of the ribbon. But here's the thing. Remember what Trade Intuition just mentioned. There is a little balance between waiting for too much confirmation and taking the trade because the trade already had happened, right? And taking a leap of faith. That leap of faith, it needs to come with a stop loss. Because guys, not always the hands of God is gonna catch you, right? And whatever is your God, right? Even candle gods, right? They're not gonna catch you every time. Yeah, so that's why you need an insurance, and that insurance, it is your stop loss. All right, the importance of its stop loss, because you're gonna get into a point where you're gonna need to jump in right into the opportunity, right, and then call it. Hey, this is it, right? This is it. I need to jump in because my strategy is telling me so, right? But I'm just not gonna leave it to the chance. That's why you set up your stop loss and then run up. Remember what I told you at the beginning of the class? I'm thinking, I'm itching my trigger finger. It is itching, right? I thinking of entering into a long. Did I? No, I didn't. It's already playing out, but well, that happens, right? That happens. So what's gonna be my next step? I already have it planned out. I'm gonna be waiting for the reaction, which I'm gonna be expecting to be right here at this either support resistance or in the trend line area, right? If I go a little bit sideways, well, a little bit more around here. But you get the point. You don't need to have specifics. You just need to have the point or the general direction, and then add a little bit of those or some of those alerts. Look at how am I adding this alert, right? Right below this area, right below this area, so I can catch the bone no matter how and where it moves. And then I'm gonna come back and revisit and take an action. Maybe short it to sweep off the lows, right? Or if it's breaking through, well, then let's just wait it for make the breakout, then the higher low, right? And then as I have flip of the rune or breakthrough, that's gonna be my long entry if that is the case. But so far, I'm gonna be leaning into the next upcoming short for now, right? So we have another questions here from Scariot. Scariot asked me to go over the VPVR. We still have just 10 minutes. So let me point you out in where you can learn because we have a complete class about this. You go to, let me just get this out of the way because I might need to enter some credentials. So give me just 1 second so I can point you out where to locate this. 1 second. All right, I got it here. So you go into Chart Prime. Remember, go to Chart Prime, scroll down, and you're gonna be looking for the tutorial. The tutorial, it is right below the prime time, right? Video tutorials, there we go. And on the tutorials, you're gonna look for my corner right here, additional content. Click on additional content, go to important classes, and then go to, here we go, Chart Prime VPVR. This is going to be explaining everything that has to do with the VPVR, how I use it, how to interpret different things, how do you read it, and then how to go over them, right? Still tomorrow, it's a visit or Q&A from today's advanced class, but today, as you have seen, we're going to basics of trading. That's also advanced, right? So the various, like those points that we look at to enter, not to enter, or to wait, because that's the most difficult thing, right? Sometimes you're really itching, you wait too long, it's gone, it just happened. Like it just happened right here. And then tomorrow, don't worry, if you have any questions, I'll go over the VPVR, but first watch this one. And remember that you can click right here and, oh, you cannot. Oh, I'll make it available so you can create a thread. Nonetheless, if you go to class recordings, go scroll a little bit lower here, class recordings, you also see that VPVR class. Where is it? You just look for the VPVR. I think it's somewhere around here. 0 no. Oh, by the way, if you get started, I see somebody that's that mentioned that long time since he doesn't trade and he needs to restart looking at things. This is a great class to start doing it. So here is Chart Prime VPVR, right? You just click in here, view threads or create a new thread. And then once you create a thread, well, then you can ask me any questions and then I'll answer them on tomorrow's video, or I even give you an answer right here. Other than that, there's also a question for you, Alex. OC1, what do I put in my hair? I do put, where is it? A painting to us of aluminum, my friend. That's what I put in my hair, my friend.
Oh fuck.
Oh,
Oh fuck. Help
Pancho,
me.
welcome. I haven't seen you around.
This is I gotta
so-
work with this guy every day, you know.
Oh, there you
I
go.
apologize ahead of time.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Pancho, I haven't seen you too much around. If you have any questions or you want specifics on the classes, drop them here or go into the video recordings. Every class or almost every class is going to be recorded unless something special happens that doesn't allow me to record it. But other than that, every class is going to be recorded. You can create threads, you can ask your questions, and then as we go forward, we're going to be touching those points on live classes and pin them on your question. So guys, the same goes for everybody. So we can answer and cover as many questions as we can and give you guys a video book. That's what I'm trying to do on the important classes. So Taft, oh man, I also use Osium. But don't put it on your don't put it on your head, by the way. Don't put it. That's a joke, but that's a good stuff also. Other than that, Alex, we still have 5 more minutes. You want to go over something, or would you like to go over the question that Iscariot asked?
What is that? I scary it.
Yeah. Volume profile, and Alex, could you go over clipping tricks?
Oh, the clipping. Yeah, we can go over the clipping. Let's go over the clipping, and then we'll get out of here. Yeah, just I longed here, by the way. Oh, take profit already in. Uh, what gave me the idea? Market structure yet again. Okay, so I got long here, just here. Very easy, lemon squeezy. Looking to come to the liquidity. Oh, let me see if there's a liquidity up here. Is it going to show me it? Show me the money, baby. Up at the high here. Let's go. Let's go. Breakout, retest previous highs. Okay, OC master trading course. But let's go over the clipping. Let's go over the clipping. No time to waste. Okay, what are you looking for? Why did I get long here? You can see you're getting a beautiful continuation here off the zero line. Retest to previous highs, bullish move out, changes structure, looking for continuation, letting them push into the order block, retesting previous highs, and continuation outwards. Very, very simple trading strategy, but it's effective, obviously. And it continues to push. We'll see how high it goes. I've taken some off. Okay, we're good to go. Anyways, stop loss at entry. Clipping. Looking at this thing. So the clipping is this right here. So whenever you see clipping, and you want to be favorable to trend, okay? So you see clipping down here. This is your mag 7, right? So when your mag 7, when I was doing back testing on this oscillator, anytime I would see clipping on your mag 7 at the high here, okay, at the low here, at the high here, okay, but this wasn't a valid one. The following, the next divergence, so when it diverts, the next divergence, if this diverted, would be the entry to, in this case, the short, and in this case, the long, right? So you're favoring longs right now. So no clipping, no clipping, no clipping. You can see clipping here, no divergence, okay? Clipping, 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 divergence. Okay, so we can mark this one out here. This is where I would have shorted. This is why it's important to backtest. No, 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 no. Clipping, no divergence. Okay. Clipping, divergence. Clipping, divergence. Nope. Clipping, divergence. Yes. Long. Clipping, divergence. Short. Okay. And you go back and you backtest this. And I mean, I mean, this morning, right? There's your short. There's your long. Okay. So you get the clipping here. Here's where the clipping happens. So you get clipping here, right here, and then you wait for your divergence, which is here. Okay? You get your clipping here, you get your divergence here. There's your short. Okay? Let's go in through here. And this is how you create strategy, right? So you get clipping here. This is where you get your clipping. Let's put a vertical line on it. Clipping here, your divergence here. There's your short. Even in an uptrend works. Okay, and this is still nice. Let's not get it twisted. We all like a little move, and eventually, even if you put stop loss here, tight as hell to the highest here, you still would have had a very nice gain all the way in. Okay, very nice. So that's kind of how it works, and it's pretty relevant on all time frames. So you can go on to but I always suggest favoring trend. Okay, favoring trend is going to be your best friend until the end, as they say. So that's kind of how I noticed back testing with this oscillator. I found to be the most effective. Okay, so clipping and divergences. Clipping. Okay, see, I missed it here on the 15. So maybe a 5-minute. Because of how volatile the market is right now, you're probably wanting to do this on a 5-minute and back test it that way, right? So You're just looking for clipping on here and then divergences, right? So you would have gone clipping, 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 short here, and short here. Okay, not calling the top perfectly, but trend, right? Trend is your friend. So we're looking for long, sorry, right? Clipping, long, divergence, long here. Clipping, no clipping, no clipping, going through here. You can see how, okay, clipping, right? Clipping here, divergence here. You see the difference? You get the warning sign. The clipping is the warning sign. The divergence is the entry. And then you ride the puppy up. Okay? And that's how, when I back tested, that's one of the things that stood out to me that seemed to be pretty effective. Now everybody and their brother and sister is using it. So maybe the market maker's not going to give it to you anymore. We'll see. But that's the idea. Okay? That's the idea.
Absolutely. I see it's time for wrapping up the class. I just wanted to answer to Pancho. Is the Oscillator Pro Plus another one we have? Yes, that is part of the Plus membership. That is a result of matching up influencers' opinion and influencers' code to um, to suggest changes
Ask
and
OC.
additions
I
to
yelled
our
at them every day.
what?
Every day I said, do this, do this, do this, make this, do this.
Yes,
You remember?
exactly. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. That was a good one though. Uh, we were driving TSAC crazy, by the way. I recall that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a mashup of many influencers, including Alex, to participate and suggest many changes, and that came up to be a part of the Plus subscription. So yeah, it will be located within the Plus subscription. Give it a try. By the way, also if you like the Plus and you're looking to save some money, wait for the deals. Wait for the November deals for the Black Friday.
Black
I think they're
Friday,
gonna
yeah.
be very good ones. So yeah, be prepared. Just that's as much as I can tell you. And also go check out the Piper Academy class of today or video of today in the morning because he gives away a little bit of what is coming for the next Black Friday, right? Other than that, guys, thank you so much for joining. And as always, see you guys tomorrow.